Welcome to the T-Pac Arcade. Today's game is Firefighter for the Atari 2600. In this 1982 elimination action game from Imagic, it's up to a lone firefighter to save a frantic citizen from a burning building. You can't really tell he's frantic by his glacial pace moving window to window, but the flailing arms go a long way to sell the panic. So how exactly do we save our panic-stricken friend? Indirectly, by putting out fires in the building, and more directly, by extracting him from the building with our fire truck ladder. The fire starts at the bottom floor of the building and gradually spreads upward through the windows. By standing under the windows and holding up on the joystick, you can put out the flames with your fire hose, and the height of your stream is regulated by how long you hold up. But don't be too liberal with your water use. I know somebody's life is at stake here, but your supply of H2O is limited. Also, conserving water is good for the planet. You know, turn the faucet off when you brush your teeth and stuff. So the panicked citizen will run back and forth between the building's windows, ascending floor by floor as the fire spreads upward, and coming back down when the fires are put out. But if the fire gets all the way to the top floor, he'll run along the roof where your ladder can't reach, and he won't come back down until the fire slowly burns itself out. Which begs the question, why do we need to put out the fire in the first place if it'll just go away on its own? Well, because your performance in this game is based on how fast you complete your rescue, and waiting for the fire to put itself out takes forever. Plus, putting it out right away probably prevents a lot of property damage. Who knows, somebody's prized, highly valuable, and highly flammable trading card collection might be on the top floor. Okay, so the fire dousing is just one aspect here, but what about actually completing the rescue? To do that, you extend the fire truck ladder to the building and climb it to meet the panicked guy at the nearest window. While standing on the ground, you can angle the ladder toward different floors by holding the action button plus left or right, and extend and retract the ladder with the action button plus up or down. Once it's linked with the building, you can hop right onto the fire truck and climb the ladder with up to meet the citizen and complete the rescue. To be perfectly honest though, working the ladder takes so long that the best gameplay strategy is just putting out all the fires immediately before they spread beyond the first couple of floors, then extending the ladder to the lowest level once the danger is mitigated. Trying to premeditate which floor you can angle the ladder at to link up with the citizen's rate of ascent is a hopeless endeavor, especially with the fast flames. See, setting the Atari difficulty to A causes the fire to spread more quickly, to the point that if you don't put it out right away, it'll practically reach the roof before you can even extend the ladder to the top floor, which might be the biggest flaw of this game. Playing it effectively basically means ignoring most of the ladder mechanics altogether, and it makes the best strategy exactly the same for every building, since the different game variations offer a different number of floors. Plus, the fact that the fire will ultimately put itself out after reaching the top gets rid of all urgency unless you want a really fast rescue time. But there is one play setting that makes Firefighter feel like a proper game with proper stakes. Mode 9 at difficulty A cycles through every building height from 3 stories to 10 stories with fast spreading flames. And the trick to this mode is that you have to complete all the rescues without running out of water if you want to clock a good time at the end. That means being fast but sparing with your hose and navigating the ladder as efficiently as possible. My goal was to finish this game mode without running out of water, and I managed to do that after just a few attempts. My end time wasn't perfect, just over 3 minutes, but it was good enough for me. Now, the graphics in Firefighter fall squarely into 2 categories. The visual design is honestly kinda ugly, with the odd composition of the playfield and weird contrast between highly detailed fire truck and minimalist everything else. Even the water meter is a dinky little bar next to the timer that you might not even notice at first. However, the animation of the sprites in this game is absolutely fantastic. Most notably the panicked citizen flailing around in the windows, and of course the undulating and growing fire cycles. Really great stuff. Plus, the sound design complements it really well. There isn't too much going on here, but the running thuds, jumping boings, fire crackles, and even the little rescue jingle are cute and well integrated with the action. The most novel aspect of Firefighter is that putting out the fires is actually sorta optional. I mean, you want to do it if you're going for a good rescue time, but you can also just be a lazy firefighter and let them burn out on their own, which does make this a pretty easy game. Maybe not to optimize for the fastest time, but just to play casually. I mean, you can't actually lose. You can only do bad at your job, I guess. But that's honestly kind of what I like about Firefighter. Sure, more consequence would give more incentive to play well, but I found myself having fun just messing around dousing fires and climbing ladders. I'm a firm believer that fun mechanics make for a fun game, regardless of depth or challenge or whatever. Overall, Firefighter is an odd member of the 2600 catalog, but it does offer some mildly fun gameplay with a set-your-own-goals sort of approach. Now go save some panicking citizens, and maybe even their prized and highly flammable trading card collections.